Hi, this is Misha here, and wanted to do a little look at a new series that has hit the market. Obviously, this is an AR-15, and there's absolutely nothing new about the AR-15. It's one of the most overproduced guns in the world. But this is the FN Military Collector's Edition, and this is the FN-15 M4. There's been a lot of talk about these over the last year since FN showed them around last April. And they just started to hit the streets about a month ago. Now what basically these are FN guns in semi-auto that are made as close to the military specifications as is allowed. Now I know there's a lot of talk about the TDP, and I don't want to get into that. I will say this: TDP equals full auto. These are semi-auto. I have no idea how close or far from the line that FN walks. I will say that I've had many Colts over the years. SOCOM 1s, SOCOM 2s, M4s, law enforcement carbines, M16A4s, or AR-15A4, you know what I mean. But these look the same. I cannot tell the difference. So, let's get into features real quick here. For this M4, it is essentially an M4A1, which means it has a heavy profile barrel under the handguard, which was actually one of the questions I myself was very curious about before these came out. Was it heavy under the handguards? It is. I did pull off the bottom of the Knight's Armament rail. It is definitely M4A1 heavy. I was very curious about that because I didn't have an M4A1 in my collection at the time. The barrel is interesting. This is about a 14.7-inch barrel with the 203 cutout. This is a standard A2 flash hider, and it is very well pinned on. You can see a little pin here, but they did it very, very discreetly. The overall length is just, it's over 16, but not by much. So it is great. It gives that appearance of having an SBR without actually having that SBR, and it will mount a bayonet a little bit loosely because it actually mounts towards the end of the wrench flats because it's a little bit extended. But truth be told, even on a regular M4 14.5 barrel, the bayonet fits a little loose. So that's nice. It has a proper F-marked front sight base, original bayonet lug. It has the reversible sling swivel on the side here. Flip it around. True Knight's Armament rail system. It does come with these 4 rail covers, including the short one. It also comes with this foregrip. It's kind of funny. These are expensive guns for what they are, but the guns are very well packaged. They're very well sealed up, as are the mags. They're in sealed bags, but the foregrip's just kind of loose in the box. Moving back to the receiver, nothing special here. It does have the Ambidextrous safety, which is exactly what you'd see on a Colt SOCOM 1 or 2. It does have a full auto bolt carrier. I know you can't see it, but I'll charge it just because. A3 type upper with MATech rear sight. Now this is an ACOG clone, Chinese one. You've seen it in one of my other videos, but I just put it on for the look of the thing, and this is my personal gun, so why not? It has an H-marked buffer in the tube. Comes with an FN-marked M4 buttstock, so it's actually marked twice. A2 pistol grip. One thing that is very neat, to me at least, is the lower is marked Safe Fire Auto. Now, of course, you cannot switch the Selector to auto, but it's there. And I know some complain on the other models that it shouldn't be auto because of 3-round burst, but on the M4A1, which this one is, auto is correct. And also you can complain that fire should be single, but, you know, we get what we get. And I've also read some complaints about it says 5.56 by 45 NATO instead of 5.56 mm NATO. I would imagine FN did that, 1, to differentiate this from a military gun, and also 2, for liability reasons. They want the full caliber on the gun because, hey, you know the Darwin Awards. There are idiots out there. I can't think of another 5.56 caliber, but if it's not clearly marked, you know, lawyers, time, who knows. So I understand why FN put the full marking on there for legal reasons. Another thing I've read about these, it does have a 6th position, you can see a couple of the holes there, buffer tube, or receiver extension if you will. I'm not sure why they went with a 6 instead of a 4. I don't know enough about the M4A1s that FN is shipping to the military in 2015 and 2016 to know if it's still 4 or if they've switched to 6. What I do know is it doesn't matter. It looks the same. It's nice to have the extra positions. This is a very nice gun. Very smooth bolt. It has a nice dark black finish to it. Very smooth. Nice finish on all the parts. There's just the tiniest bit of upper to lower play. Very, very little. And that is the cat known as Osimo. She rules the world. By the way, you are owned by that cat, just to let you know. So, yeah, M16 bolt carrier in there. Oh, one other thing I've seen people complain about with the FN guns before. This does have a proof-marked hammer. So that's kind of nice. Definitely a Milspec type part there. It's a standard M4 type gun. It does have this barcode on the side. It also has the FN military style roll marking. And it comes with one 30-round mag, cable lock, manual, and a very military-looking, heavy-duty cardboard box, not unlike the SCAR boxes you're used to if you have a SCAR. I've seen one. Are these critters worth $1,500, $1,600, $1,700? That's up to you. For a lot of us, we've seen a lot of FN parts over the years, but never complete FN Milspec rifles and carbines. And the fact that it does have a almost correct length, you know, 16.1 out here, but with the flash hider included, nearly a true correct 14.7 inch M4A1 barrel. That's pretty neat. Like I said, this is going to be my personal gun. I do have a Colt M4, but it has the lightweight barrel, and I have it set up in a very traditional M4 style with the removable carry handle, standard can guards. And so I kind of like this for the contrast, to be the more modern style. But yeah, we haven't shot these yet, but I have no doubt, and I do mean that, no doubt in the world, that they'll be just as reliable as any other AR. FN has always made good products. I can't imagine they would have done anything different with these guns. Again, M16 bolt carrier, that's very nice of them. Milspec barrel. Milspec trigger, but it does feel very nice. Nice finish. It seems like these guns are kind of built to the higher end of Milspec. Well, we'll move on and look at another one of these. Alrighty, moving on with the FN Military Collector series. We have the M16A4 rifle. This is very similar to the M4 we just looked at, except it's the rifle version. Has the same MATech rear sight, Knight's Armament quad rail handguard with vertical grip. This one has a government profile barrel, so it does taper down under the handguards, but then, of course it's heavy out front. Bayonet lug, flash hider, F-marked front sight base, standard, you know, under-mounted sling swivel, A3 upper, barcode on the lower, FN roll mark on the lower, M16 bolt carrier, Ambidextrous safety, A2 grip, and A2 buttstock. Now this rifle is pretty much an exact copy of what FN is shipping to the military, or has been. I don't know if they're still doing it in 2016, but they have been up to this point. It's your basic M16. This is just the modernized version. The only noteworthy difference between this and the M16A2 is the removable carry handle type upper. Of course, this doesn't actually have a carry handle, it has this flip sight, but having a pick rail on top, that's really it. Otherwise, these trace back to the M16A2, which itself is just kind of a beefed up version of the M16A1 that served way back in Vietnam. Slightly heavier 20-inch barrel. Slightly redesigned flash hider with a blank bottom for it to act like a muzzle brake. Of course, the quad rail is new. The original M16s had center handguards, triangular for the A1 and round for the A2. And then, of course, the M16 buttstock is a little bit longer than the A1. Still has a storage compartment for storing a cleaning kit or tools. Yeah, it's a very basic rifle. Truth be told, if I didn't already own a Colt AR-15A4, I would have this gun. If you look at our AR-15A4 M16A4 video, you'll see this is pretty much exactly what I built. Put the Knight's quad rail on it, the MATech rear sight. This is pretty much what the Marines have been marching with, and a few of the branches have some of them too. Nice dark finish, real smooth bolt. Decent trigger for being military. See? Still comes with one military type, 30-round mag, cable lock box, nothing too crazy there. But for a long time, people have been wanting more rifles. I think people are a little bit tired of carbines, at least in my experience. Maybe yours is different. But since Colt is being a little peculiar about producing more AR-15A4s in black, FN may step in and fill the gap, because there's a lot to be said for an M16 rifle. They just feel good. They're not much heavier than a carbine. Accuracy, reliability is very nice on these. Yeah, I thought we'd share these two new FNs that have just started to come onto the market. Again, if you think, $1,600, $1,700 is worth it, fine. Nothing quite like this has been available before. Last year or the year before, when FN released their semi-autos, there were some complaints. These tend to address them. They are pretty much exactly what they're shipping to the military. Again, the whole TDP thing, guys, get real. They're not going to make totally different parts all across the board for a whole production line. Economically, that's not logical. The change from full auto or 3-round burst to semi-auto in and of itself mostly invalidates that. Beyond that, who knows, who cares? I doubt even Colt does. They're good guns. If they're worth it, who knows? But they are good guns. Just our Colts. I love Colts. I have been a Colt fan since I was a little kid. My father had an SB1. Either way, these are very good military quality guns. They're going to be extremely reliable. They're going to be quite accurate. And I think they're going to hold value very well over the years, these and Colts together. Because FN and Colt both have a name for themselves. They're both companies from the 19th century that make guns for the U.S. military and have done so for a very long time. Well, up next we'll show you one of the semi-automatic 249 saws. Nah, I'm just bullshitting you. I wish I could. When I get one in, I will. But right now they're still hard to get, and I'm too small of a dealer to actually get one. But that's the other gun in the Military Collector series. So hopefully in the coming year we'll be able to show you one of those. If we're really, really lucky, even be able to shoot one. But those are the 3 guns that FN is launching with their Collector series, and who knows what they're planning to do after that. they could bring back the FAL. That'd be pretty great. Who knows? But as always, this is Michiko, and thanks for tuning in.